More than 1,300 firefighters are now on the ground. The Army now has formal authority to respond.
Peter Rose, my name. I'm from Bendigo. I'm subject to the line. I was for 23 years an inspector with the New South Wales Rural Fire Service here in Tamworth. My understanding is that the data that you have based your bushfire risk assessment on has been done as desktop assessment. The reality is the data that is held by the New South Wales Rural Fire Service is reasonably accurate for 0 to 10 years, probably 30% accurate from 10 to 20 years. Beyond 20 years, what is on the computer system doesn't exist. I've looked at the maps of the fires that have occurred in this area, to which not only was I the Deputy Fire Control Officer for 23 years here, I was captain of the local brigade before that, and I have 54 years worth of service with the New South Wales Rural Fire Service. My question is, if the data is incorrect, and I have put it to your representatives, and I am prepared to enlarge on that data set in regards to the fires, and particularly when it comes up towards the Moonies. There's been multiple very large-scale fires there that run anywhere between 2 and 6 weeks, whether it's Thornton Bluffs here or up in the State Forest or Duncan's Creek. A lot of those fires were never recorded, and yet I can give you fairly good examples of where those fires have run. I've asked for looking at the bushfire risk assessment. I can't get it from you people. Okay? So what are you going to do in terms of making sure that bushfire risk assessment is accurate and reflects the fires that have occurred all around this area to which this line is likely to run?
Good question. So we have done a lot of desktop assessment to date for the purposes of defining the route. We're now at the point where we're engaging specialist consultants to go to that next level and to get the fire history and to look at fire projections for the future, including the climate change projections and what fire risk how it will change over time in the future. So we've just engaged those consultants. They will now be starting those assessments. As part of those assessments, we'll be talking to RFS both at the corporate level but also at the local level to get the fire history. We have been given some fire history. I've seen some that's been passed on to me from people on the ground, and that's great information to get. And we'll be looking to have further discussion.
At local level, nobody in that office there now has more than 5 years' experience in this.
The RFS is saying that these conditions are going to be much worse than predicted.
11 fires.
There are 54 fires.
We've got 70 fires blazing around the state at this stage and 1,000 volunteer firefighters working on all of those.
This is catastrophic. It was predicted and it's happening.
We've been telling the politicians the same message for over 10 years and they are not listening.